Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another Daily Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum. I'm Mason. It's Monday. Give me a sip of my coffee. Because I finally got a coffee pot back. So I just went and got me a coffee pot. Greatly appreciated because I'm not a fan of the instant type coffees. I know that she's been doing that, and hers is it's like a cinnamon flavored. I don't know. It's in the Hispanic aisle of the grocery store, so she likes it. I don't. I just like black, strong Colombian coffee, and I would prefer to have uh, other coffee than what I'm drinking because I know it's a bigger named place, and I can tell right now that the difference in coffee of a coffee bean, right, is if they tumble the coffee bean to get that skin off of it, because that skin makes your coffee really, really bitter, like really bitter. And if you remove that husk before roasting the coffee bean, it actually gives it a really, really good flavor. So a lot of times too, whenever you're scooping out your coffee, uh, making coffee, if you can see the little pieces of the skin that's in there from the bean, so you know that they didn't do that process. But there's other folks out there that do, even though they're a bigger named company. But the thing is, with that process, also raises the cost of the coffee. So there's that. And eventually, I'll get to that point where I can still buy that coffee, even though it's a little more expensive, because it tastes better and I enjoy it. But all in due time, all in due time. So, but today, the first part of the well house video will be coming out. I believe I have it set for noon. That way you guys can go check that out. And I spy with my little eye something in the background, and you might be able to see it. So yes, that is um, slowly coming together. No, it's actually not that bad. I've already got, because I've been reutilizing a lot of the 4x6 timbers that we had originally purchased for mom and dad's cabin. It was going to be part of the foundation stuff that we were utilizing that for, beams and things. Well, almost every single one of them except for two, I think there was 10 altogether. They were 16 footers, 12 footers, 12. I don't know. They were 12 or 16. I don't remember. But almost every single one of them that we had purchased had either went yeah. They were, some of them were twisted, some were twisted, bent this way, bent that way, and oh my goodness gracious. Well, that's what I've been utilizing to build this, and it has worked out okay. I've had to resaw a lot of it, to make it into smaller timbers, to make it into smaller pieces. And my skill saw, because it's the only powered saw that I own currently. I've had table saws in the past. Obviously, I've had to get rid of them. I've had miter saws in the past. I've had to get rid of them. Um, and I'm the type of person that I know what I want. I know what tools that I want, and I will save up for that specific tool. So it's one of those that I'd rather do a one and done type thing, is pay the higher price for the better quality tool and do it once, and have that tool for a long time. Advice: going to the cheapo store, right, and buying the cheapo tool a few times, right, because it doesn't last, and then you go buy another one, and then that one doesn't last, and you go buy another one. So I would just rather wait. That's how I am. Plus, two, right? We still don't have the storage area for bigger tools and stuff like that. Um, I I do want to get a miter saw though. So the obviously the one that I want it's a sliding compound miter saw. I'm not gonna say which brand or anything like that. I just for that one, it's gonna have to be on a stand for now until obviously I have a shop to where I can build a station for it. But I need it to be on more of like the contractor type stand with wheels and such. That way I can move it in and out of the temporary blacksmith shop. That's where I have a lot of my stuff now. So, because I know that with all this other building and such that it will come in handy. Obviously, getting nails for the nail gun. I still haven't done that yet. That way, I'm not having to do stuff by hand, which um, I love using nails. I love using the hand tools, but I know whenever it comes to building stuff, that it would be more beneficial using, or not necessarily beneficial. It's just faster, I guess. That's really all the power stuff is it makes the job a little faster. Not necessarily better, just faster. Um, yeah. So that first video of that will come out around noon, and I think whenever it's all said and done, that I get it all complete. So, because there's parts of the video, right, that it's not all building. Like the one today, Gladys, or the one that we did yesterday and today, that video, it's going to have some cooking in it, right? Gladys made an awesome um, bean and pork dish, and she did it over the campfire. So, I mean, it was so good. That's what I get to eat for lunch today, and I'm so happy because I'm glad that it did not all get eaten for dinner because it was amazing. Well, stuff like that, right? Because I know that folks would like to just watch just the build portion without any of the extra journey stuff, right? Because that's we're a family vlog. So with the family vlog, we're going to show more than just building. We're going to show a little bit of everything. And that's one of the reasons why we named the channel Ivy's Family Factotum. So family, right? We're all family. That there's going to be more than just one person in there doing something. So it's as a family. And then the factotum, if you guys don't know, that's actually the definition of that is an employee with many professions. So it's kind of like the jack of all trades. But jack of all trades has been used so many times in YouTube land that I didn't want to use that. I wanted to use something different. So I did my research and I looked up because I had never heard of that word before. And I know a lot of other people have never heard of that word before. But that's what it means. It's an employee with many professions. So, and that's what we do. We're going to show just about anything and everything that we're doing here on the old property. And whether it be cooking, whether it be woodworking, blacksmithing, crafting, DIY, how-tos, the occasional review, right? I'm not opposed to doing any type of reviews, but that's all on the main channel. So for here, it's just the scuttlebutt, right? We're just sitting around the old watering hole or sipping some coffee or anything. Which that's one of the things that I brought up to Gladys too, was I wanted to name the well house, because whenever you guys get a chance to see it, you will notice that it's going to have a place for a plaque to be able to name the building. And she just wanted to put it on a plaque that just said well house. I'm like, well, to me, that's boring. I was like, that's boring. So we will have a poll coming out a little bit later. And whenever it gets to the portion of the build, I'm going to put a poll out on our community tab of what should we name the well house. Because I threw out, obviously just having it say well house. I even said have it be named Scuttlebutt, because scuttlebutt means water fountain or the watering hole. I've also even threw out the OL, right? OLE or OL, the old watering hole. So, and then we'll also put in there. So those are basically the three, right? So it's either the well house, scuttlebutt, the scuttlebutt, or the old watering hole. And then we're also going to do a commenter's choice, right? To add in your own of what you guys think we should name it. So this well house too is temporary, because right where this well house is being built is actually going to be where the garage is, and it's kind of like a garage and a half. So it's going to be a one car garage. It'll be a little bit longer because it's going to have an area for storage and stuff like that in the back. But on the side, since it's 1.5 width, right? So the part on the side, the right side, is going to actually be a utility room where the tank and all that stuff is. So the well head will never be enclosed. So I'm probably going to end up having to get like one of those little fake rocks or or something to be able to put over the well head itself. That way we're not hitting it or anything. Which, I mean, you're going to be able to see it. And I'm going to have a different cap that goes on. That'll probably be like a brighter color, like an orange or something. That way you'll be able to see it. But that's it. It's just going to be a pipe coming out of the ground, roughly 6 to 8 inches. And then a cap. And that's all you're going to see. So everything else is, the tank, the filters, all that stuff is going to be over into the well house itself. So in the event that we ever need to have the truck come and clean it out or fix it or anything like that, we don't have to worry about moving the well house. But this one, like I said, since this one is temporary, because everything that I'm doing here will eventually end up into its own room inside of our garage. So this one will move to a different location. This building is going to be on this property forever. So, or until it rots away, I guess. But I don't foresee that doing that anytime soon. So, because it will eventually even get put onto like a concrete slab and stuff later down the line. Even if I have to, redo the flooring structure, which would be okay. I think we'd be able to get to that fairly simply if we needed to take the floor portion out. So, but yeah, exciting, awesome. But all right, you guys. Well, that's about it for today. I need to get busy. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm also, quickly is I have another person that's supposed to be coming this week to give us a quote for some land clearing. So look out for that. And I've even reached out. So it's going to be my second quote, because first quote I actually got from Outlaw. I had reached out to Outlaw. For those of you who don't know who that is, it's the same person that's been helping Jason Crocker over at his property and such. And so I reached out. I already knew that he did great work and has some pretty good rates. So I reached out, and yep, pretty good rates. And um, who knows? We might go that route. So I already know the quality of work that he provides. And with that, um, we have another one that's a little more local that is also going to come out and give us a quote, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, and then I'll also have someone from the community that has also reached out for using the trailer once again. So we will go help that person whenever that time comes. That's going to happen this week as well. And that's what it's for. That's what our trailer is for. And with going to help Jeff, that we found out really quick that there's a lot of trailers in the community. But I'm definitely appreciative whenever anybody reaches out saying, "Hey, can we use your trailer?" So yes, so that will happen this week as well. But all that stuff you'll see over on the main channel. And well, I don't know. I might even pop in on this channel with who we're going to help, just to see if we can't get a little more growth over here as well. But all right, you guys. Well, that's all I got for today. So it's greatly appreciated. Last but not least, remember to always thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.